The Future of the Professions: How Technology Will Transform the Work of Human Experts by Richard Susskind and Daniel Susskind. Book review. Hello friends, today I am going to review the book, The Future of the Professions: How Technology Will Transform the Work of Human Experts by Richard Susskind and Daniel Susskind. A Mutual Understanding. The professions are central to society and the economy. People trust professionals and expect them to behave ethically. Professional practitioners enjoy elevated social status, often earned through attendance at elite schools known for their quality and economic class associations. This book is about the professions and the systems and people that will replace them. Professional practitioners, like lawyers, doctors, and members of the clergy, possess specialized knowledge. Their knowledge is both abstract, they know more about their topic, and applied, they can put it to use. They have formal credentials. Historically, professionals earned credentials by serving apprenticeships. Now, most professions require candidates to acquire a specified education and to take official examinations to gain entrance. Regulations give professionals a monopoly and govern their practices. The public expects professionals to follow specific codes of ethics and conduct. Information technology and the internet have combined to transform the information creating, information seeking, and information dissemination habits of human beings. Society enters into a grand bargain with professionals. It treats them as authorities and gives them license to do things that others cannot. Professionals in all disciplines have for long recognized that knowledge lies at the heart of their work. In a print-based civilization, professions were essential for sharing knowledge. Today, the professions don't serve society well. Few people can afford high-quality professional services. Professions use outmoded methods of knowledge creation and distribution. Entry and knowledge barriers make it difficult for average citizens to know if their professionals serve them well. Technology changes the professions. Technology changes individual professions. In medicine, the internet lets patients use search engines like Doctor on Demand to review their symptoms or to access computerized diagnostic software. Doctors use telemedicine to treat patients, information technology to review journals, crowdsourcing for research, and DNA scanning for insight into physical conditions. Any type of practical expertise, whatever its origin, is a form of knowledge. And knowledge is an interesting beast, with its own remarkable features. In education, personalized software helps tailor lessons for individual students. Software platforms enable teachers to hold classes at a distance. The legal profession provides services online, including dispute mediation. Search technology and computerized, digitized legal documents accelerate legal research. Information technology has transformed journalism. Most people and organizations cannot afford the services of first-rate professionals, and most economies are struggling to sustain most of their professional services, including schools, court systems, and health services. Today, people who offer professional services must do more with less and use technology to improve their efficiency. Decomposition. Professionals must deal with much more data, mine it, analyze it, build models with it, and more. As technology displaces some elements of a profession and changes others, professional work gets reconfigured. As technology replaces existing middlemen, new ones intrude. That is part of the ongoing process of decomposition. For instance, a manufacturer might still sell a certain computer, but now its individual components are being made in many different places. One of the attractions of the new approaches to professional work and, in particular, of various online services, is that practical expertise is steadily becoming more affordable and accessible. Now, practitioners break up their professional tasks, and less expensive employees, who could be anywhere, complete certain increments of their work. Paraprofessionals or novice professionals can accomplish more tasks for less money. British firms might use offshoring to hire Kenyan architects. With offshoring, an organization develops branches in cheaper regions, as compared to outsourcing, which means shipping a task to a cheaper provider in another place. Our machines and systems are becoming increasingly capable and, over time, they will outperform human professionals at many tasks. New specialists emerge as professional knowledge migrates online. Experienced users share expertise more readily, as with open software. Machines displace certain elements of professional labor. Partnerships were a common professional business model, but they are less common today. Those who want to contract for professional labor now access it differently than in the past. People may use crowdsourcing to access a wide array of professional expertise. And, rather than turning to word of mouth, users can check a professional's online referrals and reputation systems. Many users seek online information about their service needs before contacting professionals. They might use specialized software for tax preparation instead of hiring a professional. Some users draw on embedded knowledge, such as journalists who use their software's editing functions rather than consult an editor. Theories of future changes. The era of orality was the earliest, longest stage of history. Societies existed prior to writing, but they could know or learn only what living people could remember. This placed limits on how much knowledge a person could accumulate and how specialized it could be. The emergence of script, and then print, let societies stockpile knowledge and distribute it widely. Print made specialization possible. One of the fears of professionals is that the routinization and digitization of professional work really means the imposition of inflexible, standardized answers on a wide range of problems. Exponential growth in information technology itself shapes today's period of history, which is defined by the emergence of a technology-based internet society that distributes information widely and processes it quickly. Computer capacity is growing quickly, according to Moore's law, which says processing speed doubles roughly every 2 years. Computer memory is available more widely and cheaply. Computation doubles its electrical efficiency roughly every 18 months, as Kuhne's law describes. We want to trust professionals, to see them as upright people whose motives often seem noble, and for them to be the embodiments of honesty, probity, and integrity. Today's machines don't exist in isolation. They form networks and they grow, increasingly capable. They generate more data and use the data to perform more functions, like constructing useful predictive and analytical models. Robots gain dexterity and sensitivity. Some people use them as companions. Rapidly developing, effective computing makes machines more able to read human expressions and emotions. As computers shrink in size and fall in price, they become increasingly integrated into all aspects of daily life. Component tasks. The professions began with a craft model and moved to standardization, which increased their efficiency by introducing checklists and standard processes. Standardization became systemization, which optimizes routines. As people reuse systems, they improve, digitize, and share them. That sharing becomes externalization, the process of experts making knowledge available to those outside the profession. Moving from craftwork to externalization makes professional services cheaper. Quasi-trust will have an important role in the context of decomposed tasks that are sourced by providers who are not traditional, mainstream professionals. This trend suggests that the work professionals do should be decomposed. This means breaking professional practice into its component tasks. Once analysts identify what a professional does, they can identify how to perform each task and who should do it. A doctor might do some tasks, a nurse some, and an automated monitoring system others. The way professional expertise and practices are organized falls into 7 models. Craft. Traditionally, individuals interact in person. Experts offer customized service and retain ownership of materials they produce. They apply new technology only to streamline existing practices. Networked experts. Human experts work together as virtual teams. Members may meet only when they begin working and unite ad hoc to solve specific problems. Paraprofessionals. Paraprofessionals provide personal service. They have less formal training than professionals, but they apply technology and systems to multiply their expertise. Their labor costs less than the work of traditional practitioners. Knowledge engineering. This identifies a field's core expertise and offers it to non-specialists as an online service. This requires subject matter experts to input knowledge engineers to represent and organize that information, and online service providers to arrange systems for general users to access the information. Communities of experience. Users create resources collectively. In crowdsourced creations, such as Wikipedia, knowledge is less structured than in knowledge engineering. Labor costs are low. Creators are often volunteers. They give their creations to the public and seldom own them. Embedded knowledge. This incorporates specialized knowledge directly into objects, such as intelligent buildings, that monitor and adjust their energy use. Machines generate knowledge through big data and artificial intelligence. Newer innovative techniques are always a possibility, though no one knows now how a new technique might work or how users would access the data. Erosion. Professionals and users worry about what will happen if the existing model of the professions erodes. People trust the professionals they hire to maintain high standards. Quasi-trust will replace blanket trust in the professions as users try other models, as with software and online reference materials, and find them reliable. Technology lies at the core of most of the changes that we are encountering in the professions. Professionals also fear that their skills will erode or become lost as automation takes over some professional functions. Personal service. People fear that technology will remove the personal touch from professional practice. This worry is based on assuming that increased technology reduces interpersonal interaction and that all professionals offer empathy. Even when you want empathy, like when you receive bad news, you may not need an expert to extend it. A paraprofessional might fill that role. Machines are learning to read and respond to human emotions. Some people may prefer to share their concerns with a machine rather than a person. Since most people cannot afford the older kinds of personal professional service, this point is moot for many. With the advent of the internet, patients themselves now have access to far more health information. Such changes may leave the professions without a function or place in society. A final pattern is a steady demystification of the professions and professionals. Change creates new roles: knowledge engineers, researchers, data scientists, and more. People need human professionals in relatively small arenas, and those will shrink over time. Humans have emotional and ethical capacities that machines can't match, but effective computing continues to evolve. Scientists may be able to program ethical reasoning. Even if machines could make ethical decisions, people may prefer to use their own judgment. Society is waiting to see which tasks must remain in the human domain. Takeaways. Members of the professions, including law, medicine, and the clergy, provide expert, knowledge-dense services. Professionals are central to society, which rewards them with substantial earnings, respect, and status. Information technology changes how professionals function and self-organize. The professions began with a craft model and moved to standardization. Then they moved to systemization, which optimizes routines. Information technology changes how people access professional services. Automation performs routine tasks so professionals can focus on more thoughtful work. Buyers can outsource, shop offshore, or turn to paraprofessionals or software for some of the distinct tasks now rendered by professionals. Starting as craftspeople providing individual services, professionals eventually standardize, systematize, and then externalize their knowledge. As machines become more capable, they hold, generate, and use embedded knowledge. Change is making professional services available and cheaper, but it provokes concerns. Please like, share, and subscribe for more videos. Thanks for watching.